Hello, dear students. Today we will learn about crystallization. What is crystallization? Actually, it is the process of formation of crystals. Crystals means solid granules, small particles from a hot supersaturated solution by cooling. Supersaturated solution. What is supersaturated solution? Supersaturated solution. When we were talking about the solutions, that means saturated and unsaturated, solutions. Saturated solution, that means no more solute gets added, no more solute gets dissolved. For example, I do have a water glass. I added 3 spoons of sugar or salt to it. Now the another fourth spoon will not dissolve in it. That undissolved salt will remain at the bottom. That is saturated solution. No more solute gets added. Then what is the process through which I can dissolve more solute to it? I will heat the solution. I will heat it so that more solute gets added. I will add again 3, 4, 5, 6 spoons to it, and that means lot of solute gets added in the solution on applying heat or increasing the temperature. Now that solution is known as supersaturated solution. This supersaturated solution, now this is the hot solution. How we can remove the dissolved impurities or dissolved substances from this mixture? And there is a method known as crystallization. I explained to you, this is the supersaturated solution. What we have to do, or we have an impurity or mixture of two solids. It is a we have different mixtures, and how we can crystallize the solutes. For example, this is the hot saturated solution. This is the hot supersaturated solution. This is hot supersaturated solution. What I have to do, I will cool it down. I will left it undisturbed for cooling 3 to 4 hours or 6 to 10 hours, or you can say 1 day. Then after that you will see that some crystals will be formed at the bottom of the cold solution. That means the extra solute which is present in the supersaturated solution will crystallize, will be in the form of solid crystals, solid particles at the bottom of the solution. This is crystallization. Now another technique is, how do we purify our drinking water? In our cities, in our villages, these water plants, how do the water plants work, and what is the principle behind constructing these water plants? You can construct a water plant for your home by yourself also. It is a very simple technique. That means purification of drinking water. How will you purify your drinking water? It is the water reservoir. That means from river, river you can collect water, or you can collect water from any freshwater body. Freshwater body means it may be river, it may be pond. That means having less solute concentration or salt concentration. Then it is the water reservoir. That means the water is collected from the river. It may contain different impurities. So it may contain leaves, it may contain these polythene bags, it may contain lot of impurities. These impurities can be suspended, or they can be in the form of solid wastes. Then we have to from this reservoir we have to take the water and put the water through the pipes into the sedimentation tank. This is the sedimentation tank. Tank number first is the sedimentation tank, which is connected with the reservoir through pipes, And this sedimentation, in this sedimentation tank, what happens, the solid waste, it settles down, or the solid wastes, whatever these wastes are, they are removed from the water from the sedimentation tank. Now the water contains only those substances which are suspended in the water. That means small these dust particles are present now in the water, because sedimentation tank removed all the sediments, all the solid wastes from the water. Now this sedimentation tank is connected to the second tank, that is loading tank. In loading tank we add some chemicals like alum and soda lime, so that the suspended particles, the suspended large particles, they get boarded by this alum and they settle down. That means this is known as then loading tank. Loading, it is also a technique of separating. That means if you have a dirty glass of water, or you can say suspended impurity, there is a suspended dust, the suspended dust cannot settle down at the bottom. If you add small sugar or salt to it, you will see that some dust will collect at the bottom. So why? Because the salt particles get added on the salt, these dust particles, so that the weight of the dust particles get increased and they get settled down. Same is the case in this tank, second tank, loading tank. Alum plus soda lime is added to it, and after that the soda lime and this alum are removed in the form, they react with each other and form jelly like white substance. Then from this second tank, the water is again passed through the pipes to the filtration tank. In filtration tank, what happens, there is a gravel, the large stone particles. Now the stone particle, there is a small, these particles. Now there are sand, it is sand. That means 3 layers of these substances are there: large stones, small stones and sand, and then water, it is water. Because these are, if some impurities are there, then these impurities are retained by these type of filtrations, and then the water is taken to the chlorination tank. Because these type of filtrations cannot remove the bacteria or cannot remove the germs from the water. The germs can pass through all these filtrations or pass through these all tanks. But in this chlorination tank, we add chlorine or bleaching powder to it, or that is known as chlorine, so that these germs can be destroyed. And when the chlorination tank, we add chlorine to the water, and then after that the water is ready to be available or to be served to our homes or in our cities or villages. This was all about the purification of drinking water in water filtration plants. Thank you.